Was really good. It's good in the neighborhood. YouTube, it's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the Boston Clinic. You know how we rock. One time for the one time. Shout out to the LDBC, the YTBC, and shout out to my boy Black Fight Fan, man. Always kicking that real ish, and I was feeling that, that Eddie Chambers, Anthony Joshua video he did yesterday. I wasn't even gonna speak on that situation. He amped me up to do that, so shout out to him, man. Much love, much respect to that channel, Black Fight Fan. Go check him out if you ain't already subscribed. But Wladimir Klitschko said he still got it. He was in the gym, I think with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I was just watching Terminator 3 for the first time the other day. It was, pretty straight, But, he said he still got it. If you still got it, why you didn't rematch Anthony Joshua? You made us suffer through that Takam fight and potential Puel fight that nobody wanted to see in the U.S. Should have took the Anthony Joshua fight in Vegas. I think he potentially didn't take the Anthony Joshua fight to make Anthony Joshua suffer. And I think he really wants to come back and be a player in the heavyweight division. He sees that it's starting to heat up. And he want to be a part of that. He still want to prove that he got it. He said it's very close to taking the Anthony Joshua rematch, but just chose not to do it, man. And he got other endeavors to tackle in his post-boxing career. And go ahead and tackle him, Wladimir. I mean, if you want to come back and fight, come back and fight. Don't have one foot in the ring and one foot out the ring. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and be all the way deep in the game. You feel like you can compete and beat the rest of these guys. You was close to beating Anthony Joshua. If you just would have moved your hands, you would have beat him. I was telling people coming to that fight, Wladimir Klitschko was a bigger puncher, or just as big as puncher as Anthony Joshua, and that's why I picked him to win that fight. He just didn't let his hands go, and I knew Anthony Joshua hadn't fought and hadn't faced the adversity, before fighting Klitschko, and I knew Klitschko had, and I knew Klitschko could take enough of a punch to still be ticking and potentially be dangerous. And he got knocked down. He got up and knocked Anthony Joshua down and had a hurt and a done man. Anthony Joshua was done. You can look in his face. He was ready to quit. But Klitschko, he didn't cut the ring off. He didn't go for it, and Anthony Joshua couldn't move his hands. And part of me thought that fight was fixed. I'm sorry. I've hit at it a few times and just see the way Klitschko didn't move his hands, but his brother Vitaly told him not to take your time and he took his time. He just took his time too well. He should have just went out there and sold out. He would have knocked Anthony Joshua out. We wouldn't even be having a conversation about Anthony Joshua. He'd be old news. He'd be on the comeback up. Building himself back up. We'd be talking about watering Wladimir Klitschko. And I know Wladimir Klitschko want to come back and he want to be a part of exciting the heavyweight era. And if he dominates this era, then, a lot of people will be looking at him as a top 10 heavyweight for real, cementing in there. If he was able to come back and beat Anthony Joshua, beat, Ortiz, beat Deontay Wilder, beat Joseph Parker, and conquer this type of heavyweight where it just wasn't robotic Europeans or guys that was too small or guys that wasn't talented enough or guys that was football players, more talented bunch would boost his resume, and I think he knows that as well. Will he come back? I think he got the itch to come back. We're going to talk about another boxer next that's got itching to come back who's sparring in the ring that I've been hearing and seeing about. And it'll be big if Wladimir Klitschko and this other fighter I'm about to talk about in the next video, so stay tuned, come back and, spice things up. Would I be mad if Klitschko came back? Absolutely not. I like to see Klitschko, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Marquez, Cotto move on and let the new generation have it. But if you still want to do it, do it, Wladimir. Don't go back looking and having regrets. We out.